was a heck of a football game, versus a good football team. I think when it comes down to it, I told our guys it's a game of inches, and there was inches all over the place that we needed to get. And also, just start off with Frank Signetti, senior, his passing this morning around 11 o'clock, right before we were going into a team meeting and pregame meal. Coach found out. And when you think about sacrificing, this is the game of football, and there's so many other games in life. And the sacrifice that he made sitting here and saying, there's no doubt he was going to coach the game, and some major sacrifices. It's a game of football and a game of life. But our prayers are go to their family, and this is a sad deal. Just to give you a little background, Coach Signetti will probably address you later on in the week. He went in the hospital after the game last week, after the West Virginia game, ironically. And Coach Signetti was halfway home, got the call, and had to go back down to the hospital. So, tough for him. And again, my heart's, prayers go out to the family. Tough deal. Tough deal. And again, the sacrifices that coaches make and these players make. I really thought the players played their tails off. That's what I told them. Like you talk about a football game. There was back and forth, and we made improvements from week 1 to week 2 without a question. Win, lose, doesn't matter. I knew that would be the factor. Our kids played hard, made some plays. They did make some plays. You look at we missed 2 field goals. Right over overtime, we could make one of them, as you guys know. Tough. One was a 46 yards, a long one. He came back and made one, critical one in the second, in the fourth quarter. We got a block punt. We blocked a punt. A heck of a job by PJ O'Brien. And shoot, I thought we were going to score on it, but just the game inches. Sully, kind of bumps into him and knocks him out of bounds. Like we should have scored there. That's one of the field goals that we don't make. We should have scored. Not let it happen. Critical play in the game was down in the fourth quarter. Nick Petty takes a run all the way down to, I don't know, the 2 or 3, and we get a holding call, which we look at the tape, but everybody in the box said there's a lot of holding going on out there in different phases. And, that one hurt bad. But no excuses. We've got to find a way to win. It's a good football team. But I love our football team. I love where they are, and again, all our goals are ahead of us. It's a non-conference game, as I told them before the game. We're going to go out and have fun, play loose, and go. We're going to get better and get a non-conference game. We'll move on. Questions?
Pat, Nick was limping in the second half. Were you limited what you could call because he was limping?
A little bit, but he'll be fine. A little bit, no question about it. His mobility was not what we wanted it to be, that's for sure. Because Nick can run and made him, handcuffed Frank a little bit, but like I said, I think Coach Signetti called one heck of a football game.
Pat, it looked like Tennessee was getting a free rusher at your quarterback consistently throughout the night. Was that more from their overloads, or were there miscommunications on your part?
No, I think sometimes you're in a protection where we're hot off that guy. We got to get the ball out a little quicker, and sometimes you're going to take those shots, but there's it's a different protection. And if you're going to send, if it's empty, you're going to be one short, and you got to get the ball off.
Pat,
We have 5 receivers out there. Yeah.
what do you have to say about your defense efforts in the second half?
Unbelievable. I don't know what they had, in regulation, but I think last year when you look at what we did to them defensively, I think Coach Bates, the defense staff, and the defensive players played their hearts out. That is a tough offense with the tempo, and they started off with probably three and outs. But we got to be more consistent. We'd like to get 15 3 and outs. I know that's not not reality, but they did a heck of a job. Really for 4 quarters. We gave up a big pass and covered 3. It kind of was a block and go, and shouldn't matter. We should have been covered 3. There's no way someone should get behind you in that, but they did, and that's a critical error. But I thought they played their hearts out. And again, like I said last year, there's only 3 teams that played really good. It was us, Alabama, Georgia, defensively. And again, if you look at the yards we gave up to that explosive offense, I don't know if anybody will match what we did this year.
Coach, last week you told us that you guys needed to take a step forward after last week's game with the rushing defense. You held them under 100 yards today. Do you guys think you took that step forward?
Yeah, they did a heck of a job. Like I said, just little details. We did a good job there. And again, I thought we played well in really all 3 phases. You look at, we got a fumble recovery on our punt team late in the game, which was critical. That was a big play. It we got a block field goal, so our special teams played well, except for, a couple missed field goals, which, those are big, and we gotta make those, and, gotta be 100% there.
After getting about going for two?
Thought about it, but, just.
Why didn't you?
Just thoughts. I mean, just, let's go. Let's get down to the red zone and go. Let's go overtime. I don't think it was, hard decision at all. I mean, you want to take it to overtime. You don't want to lose the game right there.
You mentioned that Izzy told you that he wanted to be better coming into this week. What did you think of his efforts today, knowing that Hammond wasn't there to back him up?
What'd you think of him?
Pretty good.
Okay, good. You answered that question. He was outstanding. He ran hard, and I just kept saying, when Keaton went down, I just keep feeding the horse, just keep giving it to him. And, he had some nice runs out there today.
After getting the stop on third down with a minute left, did you think of taking a timeout to give yourself a minute in the fourth quarter there?
I'll look at it on, not really, but we'll look at it and I'll tell you Monday if I thought, but no, I don't think there was any. We talked the whole time on the headsets whether they needed one or one to look. So I, no second thoughts there at all.
Pat, how do you grade out your corners? They seem like they had some big plays that they made, but they also gave up some big plays. It comes with the nature of how you guys play defense. But what did you grade them out?
Like I said, the one, again, I'll watch the tape before I say that, but I think they played pretty good. I mean, they get big plays against anybody. What was it, 27 points in regulation? I mean, they played pretty good. Like I said, the one, was the zone pressure. We're in cover 3, and the thing got behind us, which it shouldn't. That's why you call it. You got behind MJ, I think, on that one. But I think we gave up 2 explosive passes. When you look at overall, solid performance.
Pat, is there any way you reevaluate if Scarton could start taking kicks again for you?
You know what, they compete every week, and, I think we got the right guy in there right now. We got trust in Sam. We got trust in Ben. I mean, every kicker in the country misses field goals, so, you guys want to bail on him? I'm not. I watch every day. I know what it is, and it's not an easy job.
How about on Gavin's touchdown? As you watched the play develop, did you think that he might have a chance to, jump over that guy like
That
he
was a
did?
big time play. And again, that's, you guys want to do tight end, some catches, and we did. That was a big time play. I mean, Gavin could do that.
Pat, was Nick lobbying to stay in? Did it ever get close to where you may have had to replace him given his injury?
No, it didn't get close. I mean, Nick's a fighter. Nick's a tough son of a gun, and we got a lot of faith. He made some great shots out there, and Nick played well.
Take a couple more before we get to our player representatives.
Coach, 3 for 5 in the red zone, but it feels like a couple of those could have went for touchdowns. Was that more of a missed opportunity for you guys, or more about Tennessee just stopping you in that situation?
It's always missed opportunities. I mean, when you get down there, even right before the half, when we threw that pick, I mean, I thought we could have scored a touchdown there, and who knows with some of the calls and what happened there, the whole deal, waving flags off. I don't get it sometimes, but missed opportunity to get in the red zone. We got to get points. Period. Whether it's a field goal or touchdown.
Pat, do you see a problem with the rhythm of your passing game? I know Keaton went down and there was a problem there, but your 2 scores early in the game came from big explosive plays, and it wasn't like a flow of passing that worked their way down the field. Do you see that as a problem, or how do you see that?
Not really. I mean, they got guys on scholarship too. We got guys on scholarship, and they coach over on your side of the ball as well. So it's a good defense, and they got a good plan too. Had a couple too many batted down balls. They were kind of spying, Keaton early, and just kind of getting in the lane. 33 was kind of spying him and getting his hands up.
Pat, was Keaton hurt on that fumble on the very last play he played in the first half? Was that what
I think
hurt?
so.
What was his injury, Pat?
This is the last one.
I'm not going to disclose injuries and what happened, what we got, but I saw Keaton in there. He feels good.
Okay. Coach, thank you very much. We'll play representatives out.